for the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them a while. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
NASCAR on speed. Be there.
Here we are at the Atlanta Speedway for our next Pennzoil Truck Series race. It's the Pepsi 250. On the pole for tonight's race is Levi Jones in the 22. 2's outside is the 8 of JJ Reed. Then 30 you have Steven Taylor. 4th is Derek Camel. And Jack Kinaramo rounds out the top 5. Then 6th you have Lord Delano. 7th is DJ Reed. And 8th you have Landon Lyons. 9th is Isaac Nichols, 2nd in points. And Tim Gary in the 44 rounds out the top 10. The rest of it has Marcus Touch in the 92 with Myatt McDowell in the 7. They have Keith Stevens and James Stabolito, along with Steve Morgan and Alex Stewart. Then there's Mathis Wells and Riley Spurley-Tube. Tim Randolph and Sebastian Kukulon. Then Justin Seidel and points leader Colton Yo. They have Luke Rainey and Michael Ferris. Alan Bowman and Michael Canto. Then there's Jonathan Beeford and Stephen Baker. Jake Galloway and Danny Lloyd. Then there's Steve Larker and Diego Yepez. Jeff Bright and Carson Bowers. And in the final row, Trey Ray in the 18. Cole Luigi in the 24. 2's outside. For a 36 truck starting lap, Levi Shums on the pole. Let's get going. Let's get the starting command.
For today's command, Bobby Allison.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Give your seatbelts a little tug there for me there, buddy. Get a little drink of Gatorade. Be safe. Have some fun, all right?
And the field 36 trucks rolls off the starting grid, led by Levi Shums in the 22, and 2's outside, the 8 of JJ Reed. It should be a fun race here at Atlanta. They can go pack racing. It's pretty fast, and under the lights they have more grip than they ever have here at Atlanta, and we could see some 3-wide racing. 4-wide those where we have issues. If they get 4-wide, we can see some major crashes. So they come up 4. Pace truck into pit road. 25 laps in the Pepsi 250 here at Atlanta. Who gets a win this season? Can someone get another win in this season? There's already one. We're about to find out as they come into the restart zone. Sean steps on the gas, gets away from Taylor, and we're racing in the Pepsi 250. Isaac Nichols making some big moves there. He went 3 wide, got by. Now he's 4th on the inside lanes. They go into 3 and 4. Jones comes down to cover this power for Steven Taylor in the 5. Through 3 and 4. Off of 4 they race. Jones started on pole. He's going to come 4 and lead lap number 1 of the Pepsi 250. Cameron looks to the inside of the 50 entering turn 1. How about Jones trying to make it 3 wide in the 29 truck? He does get down there. Levi Jones 3 wide to the bottom. Cannon Ramo and Steven Taylor as they race down the backstretch. Now Jones moves up. Nichols with a lower lane here. He has a 7 behind him. Myatt McDowell. McDowell makes it 3 wide to the bottom lane for this race lead. 3 wide Stabolito behind that 7 truck. They have the 28 of Alex Stewart coming to the front line with Tim Gary in the 44. Through 3 and 4. 3 by 3 in the pack here. Points leader in the middle lane. Myatt McDowell leads the lap. Now Stabolito to the inside. Alex Stewart behind him. Trucks get into the wall there, and that could be a disaster as well. That could be a dangerous point. If trucks get into the wall, come down to the pack, it could cause a crash that way as well. Could just be 3 wide that caused the crash. So Stabolito now up front. They battle for a second behind. Tim Gary trying to get a push from Tim Raff to get up here. Couldn't get that done. Gary gets to 2nd though. Randolph going to go 3rd. Luke Green, the 80, has been close to victory here in the past. He's 4th. He could be going for 2nd here shortly. He's going 3 wide maybe. Yo2 Buford makes a 3 wide move. Some moves being made in the middle of the pack as Randolph gets to the race lead. And now here comes Luke Rain, the 88. Does he go low? Does he go high with the 52? He goes middle. 88 truck of Luke Rain to the middle lane. Down low, Jonathan Buford gets down there. Randolph keeps it clear. Here comes the 98 of Danny Lloyd, the 18 of Trey Ray, starting in the back row. Here he is, already inside the top 5. And we're only about to complete lap number 4. 4 wide back there. Isaac Nichols in it with Jack and Ramo. The 7 of Mike McDowell. There's still 4 had to go off into turn 1. This could be bad. Still 4 wide, still rubbing. Cole Luigi down low trying to get away before he gets clipped up into it. Around goes to 24th to 29. Nichols goes around as well. They're trying to keep it off everyone. Yellow flag. Colton Yo may have gotten some damage, but not too many trucks involved. Jake Galloway with the race leads. We're coming back to the caution. Will be Yepez down low. Galloway off the top leads the lap. leads back to the caution flag. 20 laps to go, and yellow number 1 comes out for a 4-wide mess. Luigi isn't by center, gets up into the wall hard, along with Isaac Nichols and Colton now to slam on the brakes. I don't know if he has damage. Let's see from the replay, though. Let's see who all was involved. We saw this for we said that Luigi was going to want to get by it right here on the low line, and he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, making his way to the front, and Nichols just kind of crowds him down there. They did get sorted out at that point, so I don't know why the 29 was really crowding down, maybe because the 68 Jeff Bright. And there's Jeff getting up into the wall hard. Nichols gets damaged right there. Luigi goes around. He gets damaged. Trucks get by on the bottom because he's stably nailing the brakes. So other trucks nailing the brakes. The 92 gets low, gets by a few trucks. 75 gets a great job there getting by. And here comes Colton Yo in the 10. Looks like he got stopped and got high. So really only a few trucks got damaged in that. Luigi, Isaac Nichols, maybe Jeff Bright. And Nichols second in points coming to the race. Luigi last season's champion. So some of these drivers not having the seasons they wanted, and having the race they wanted as well. Let's go on board with Luigi. See the damage he got from this big crash that he had. He hits the outside wall pretty hard. I would not be shocked to see that 24 either out of the race or off pace. Right here, everyone does a great job scattering and getting by, though. That should have been about a 10-15 truck pileup. Instead, it was only 3 trucks that got damaged. Colton Yo, your points leader, at the back of the pack, but he misses this. Great job, nailing the brakes and knowing where to go. And one more on board. Second in points, Isaac Nichols gets damaged from this. He's one of the first to go around. I really just think Jeff Bright was not expecting the run that the 29 got right there and just kind of crowded Nichols down. Nichols just got into Luigi there. So back in front, Jake Gowen, the 11. Let's back to the start-finish line. They stay on the racetrack, and the 21 truck leads back to the green flag. Coming down the backstretch into turn 3, take green flag on lap number 10, 16 laps to go. All 36 trucks to the left in the race, so all of them still on the racetrack with damage without damage. Jake Galloway in the 21 is out front for this restart. In second, you have Diego Yepez. Trey Rainey's in third, Stephen Baker in fourth, and Tim Randolph rounds out the top 5. To the back, there's the 24 damage Colton Yo. Your points to the restart's 35th. Isaac Nichols second in points up here further. He restarts in the 23rd position. So into the restart zone they come. Jake Galloway leading. We're back racing in the Pepsi 250. Pretty decent jump there for the front few. Trey Rainey showing the tires a little bit there, and Galloway and Yepez got good restarts. Back there, I think that was Luke Rainey, Jack Canarama for a spot inside the top 10. Now Yepez got the draft right here as they come off turn number 2 down the backstretch. He looks low. Rainey goes with him. Stephen Baker looking even lower. 19 truck underneath Trey Rainey through 3 and 4. Side by side for the race lead, side by side for third. Yepez clears Galloway. Baker now for second. He gets by Jake Galloway. Now he's looking low on the A7 of Yepez. To the stripe side by side, Yepez leads the lap. Baker to the inside lane. Trey Rainey looks to the middle lane, the 18. Luke Rainey down low in the 88. Tim Randolph shuffles down to the bottom lane. Now down the backstretch of the race. See where the lap trucks are. Luigi, he's off pace, but he's not too far off. So I don't think they'll be able to catch him. We'll see, though. So out front, Stephen Baker has won a race this season already. Now he's out front here, trying to add another victory this season. But Luke Rainey trying to keep that for him. He's looking to get his first win of the season. Rainey to the bottom lane. And he'll get by Stephen Baker in turn 1 and 2 easily on that bottom lane. He has Tim Randolph behind him, Steve Morgan behind him. I believe that may be the 7 of Mike McDowell, or I think that might actually be the 17 of Derek Campbell. Tim Randolph down low in the 52 through 3 and 4. Here comes Derek Campbell in the 17, down low. Larker behind in the 6th, Lord Allow in the 27, Carson Bowers as well, and they're shuffled to back in the pack. At the stripe, Randolph leads by a nose. Hamill will get by in 1 and 2 on the bottom lane. Delano Bowers down low along with Justin Zidell. Now down the backstretch. Bowers looking on Lord Delano for second. The 13 truck, Zidell, where does he go? He's pushing that 16. JJ Reed there in the 8, along with Riley Spraytube in the 49, Tim Gary in the 44. Excuse me. And then you have the 51, the 18-2 teammates, Mathis Wells and Trey Rainey on the bottom lane. 12 laps to go in the Pepsi 250. Justin Zidell clears for the race lead down the backstretch. He'll move up, and JJ Reed at the bottom lane in the 8. Through 3 and 4, JJ Reed. Your race leader slides up. Here comes Riley Spurgeon in the 49 down low. Tim Gary looking to make it 3 wide. He's looking. Mathis Wells, Trey Rainey, 2 teammates break inside the top 5. Now down the backstretch, Tim Gary at the peak. Gets underneath Spurley too, but can't keep it down there. The draft from the 51, the side draft there, pulled that 44 backwards, and Trey Ray moves to the inside for third. Alex Stewart going for fourth. Michael Canto on the bottom lane. Levi Schoen starting on pole. He's working his way back up. Now we got 10 laps to go. Riley Spurley leads. But here comes Trey Ray to the bottom lane. Rainey won here before in the Pennzoil Truck Series in season number 1. 4 wide into the wall! JJ Reed around Lord Alano. Luke Rainey may have gotten some damage, and they're crashing down the backstretch. The yellow flag is out, and a few trucks go spinning. Racing back, 3 wide, Trey Ray in the middle. Michael Canto down low. Schoen's in the 22 as well. To the stripe they come. It'll be Canto leading us back to 9 laps to go, and the yellow flag is out once again. Caution number 2 for a crash off of turn number 2. Exact spot as turn as the first caution. This time JJ Reed involved. Tim ran off. Luke Rainey on pit road with damage as well. 4 wide through 1 and 2, and that's just never working, as we said here at Atlanta. And Michael Ferris kind of comes up and gets into the 7, who gets into the 27. JJ Reed goes in the wall, spins around. That's where he gets Steve Larker. Larker comes across the track, gets Luke Rainey hard. Kukulon, I think, misses it. There's Galloway. There's Randolph getting his damage. Yepes gets through on the high side along with Baker, it looks like. Look at this from a different camera angle. And just 4 wide, beating and banging, and then right there some contact in the wall. They go, and then Reed gets Larker. Larker gets down to Luke Ray there. Look at Kukulon sideways. Look at Galloway sideways. They do a great job of controlling their trucks. We'll go on board with the 19 Stephen Bakers. He's able to miss this, it looks like. We'll look at it from his visor cam. See Stablio fight through there, and then the 75 does a great job there by the 75 truck. So back in front from that was the 47 of Michael Canto. Levi Schoen's in second. Canto leads back to the green flag. Coming back here with 5 laps to go, so if yellow comes out, the race will be official. No trucks out from that crash. All 36 trucks still out on the racetrack. Michael Canto leads them. Can he hold on for the victory? Levi Schoen's in second. Trey Rainey third. Keith Stevens fourth. Danny Lloyd fifth. Tim Gary, Carson Bowers, Riley Spurley to Alex Stewart, and Michael Ferris round out the top 10. 5 laps to go restart, and we are back racing in the Pepsi 250. Pretty slow restart there. Everyone stayed pretty close and tight together. Looks like Trey Rainey has a run. He looks to the inside for a second. Michael Canto loves that. He wants them to stay side by side. He can just block whatever lane has to run. But Trey Ray has to run. There's a look inside. Down the backstretch. Here he comes. Down low. Side by side for the race lead. Off into turn number 3. Danny Lloyd pushing that 18. Tim Gary, Riley Spurgeon on the bottom lane as well. We're coming to see 4 to go. Trey Rainey clears. He's out front. Lloyd also clears, but he's looking down low in the 98. Side by side. To the stripe. 4 laps of racing to go. Riley Spurley coming. Carson Bowers in the 16. He's also looking low. Contact there. Canto and Levi Schoen's get close and physical, but they save it. They keep it going straight. Now Lloyd is out front as he clears. Last truck in this pack is the 13 of Justin Zidell. 3 wide. Here comes the 16 of Carson Bowers. Michael Ferris pushing along with the 17 of Derek Hamill. Marcus Sachi in the 92 down low. Steve Morgan, Colton Yo, your points leader, has a shot at this race victory. Now Ferris looks low. To the stripe. 3 laps to go. Derek Hamill 3 wide. To the bottom lane he goes. He'll get by Michael Ferris easily. Now down the backstretch. Here comes Sachi in the 92 down low. Steve Morgan pushing him. Now does Morgan make it 3? He's looking a little bit lower there. Colton up into the 4th position. Trying to extend his points lead. He's coming to 2 laps to go. He has a shot at this win. 2 laps left in the Pepsi 250. Who times it right? Who gets out front at the right time? Steve Morgan to the inside. Colton Yo 3 wide almost. He looked. He took a peek. Couldn't get down there though. Colton Yo to second, coming to the white flag this time. He slides up. Steven Taylor in the 5 coming low. The 51, Mathis Wells as well. Front 2 stay clear. Through 3 and 4 of the race. They're coming to the white flag. Morgan leads Yo. Who gets back in front? Rainey comes down to the pits to make sure that it does not impact who wins this race. The white flag is waving. One more time around Atlanta. The Pepsi 250. Will it be Morgan? Will it be Yo? Will it be Wells? Will it be Bowers? Through 1-2, no one's out. Run for Steve Morgan so far. Does Yo have one in the 10? Down the backstretch for the final time. He has a run. Can he get down low? Here he comes. Your points lead. Trying to extend that points lead. Through 3 and 4 and up before they come. Colton Yo in the 10. He clears Steve Morgan. They're catching Steve Larker. Will it matter? It will not. Colton Yo wins. Oh, wreck. Larker and round. He got Michael Canto. Big crash. Canto comes across the track. Oh, the 4. Landon Line's just taking a hard crash. Big crash, and they're still wrecking a 1 and 2. They're not done. Jeff Bright gets by. But the big one. Canto got hit into it. Larker was the first one. But it's Colton Yo that gets away with the race victory. Yo, second win of the season, and he'll extend his points lead. It involves so many trucks. We'll see it again. Right here crossing the finish line, Larker in the middle lane, and here comes the 12 of Steve Morgan up top. He's just going to keep his foot in it. He'll get into Larker right there. And then the 6 comes sideways across the track. He'll get into Canto, and right here the 47 spins across the racetrack and back end first into the outside wall, and it's on from there. Keith Stevens comes across. He gets clipped. Landon Lyons goes down. He hits the inside wall hard. That's a concrete wall that's not protected by a safer barrier. And here comes the second pack as they fly into it. They'll get into a few others right here. There's a stack up. There's the contact. And so many trucks involved in this big one after the checkered flag. See, Jonathan Beefer getting hit by Spash Kukulon. There's Lord Allow to it at the end. Ken around in the 50. May have gotten some damage. But all eyes are on Colton Yo. He wins the Pepsi 250 and it will extend his points lead. Let's now go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Pepsi 250 Atlanta. There are 3 caution flags for 8 laps and 16 lead changes among 16 different drivers. Colton Yo wins the race and extends his points lead to over 100 points. Carson Bowers ends up second, Mike McDowell in third, Steve Morgan in fourth, and Michael Canto leads 5 of the 25 laps, the most of anyone. He ends up fifth. He's involved in the crash after the checkers as well. Matthews Wells ends up 6th, Justin Zidell 7th, Landon Lyons in 8th, Stephen Taylor in 9th, and Keith Stevens rounds out the top 10. There's your top 20 polls here. Levi Jones ends up 18th. He led a lap. Not what he was looking for this night, though. He just got caught in the middle there at the end and could never get out of it. Looked at the rest. Luke Ray retired due to an engine issue there at the end, so he'll finish 36th. Steve Larker ends up a lap down, 35th. 34 trucks on the lead lap there at the end. Now let's go look at the point standings. Here are the point standings after Atlanta. Colton Yo, as we mentioned, extended his points lead. It's now 110 points over Alex Stewart, who is second. Isaac Nichols falls to third. Mike McDowell is fourth, and Levi Jones is fifth. They have Keith Stevens in 6th, Jack Hinneramo 7th, Carson Bowers in 8th, Justin Zidell 9th, and Tim Gary rounds out the top 10. There's your top 20, your 2 wildcards right now. Marcus Sachi is only 1 point out of a top 10 spot in points, and Stephen Baker with a win in 13th. Look down at the rest of these. These drivers down here trying to rebound. Well, the next race will be another 1.5 mile track. We go to Charlotte for the Mountain Dew 250. I'll see you guys then.